my balls keep telling me to let me just let me The Keem interview with Onision, we'll be reviewing it, going over it with a fine-tooth comb. It's not his best, it's not his worst. I don't even know what he could do, to be perfectly honest with you, because from what I can see, Onision is completely incapable, and I'll just point that out, of admitting any kind of responsibility for anything.
A lot of people said, if I were to interview you, that I would have to pay you thousands and thousands of dollars. So I want to get that right out of the way. Did I pay you for this interview?
No.
Great if he's like, no, you joined my Patreon.
You should have been. Yeah.
You became a member on my channel.
That was a smart, that would have been really funny if Greg said that. That would have been really, really funny.
And are you doing this out of your free will?
Yes, it's of my free will.
He sounds so happy.
He sounds like a soldier that got captured by the Iraqis in 1991. America is a terrible place. We are torturing and killing the children of Iraq. I am ashamed of my government. I am saying this of my own free will. He's got fucking black eyes and they're clearly beaten and shit.
When this story first came out, September 5th, 2019, how come you didn't respond to this like right away? Why did you just keep quiet about this?
I thought it was the best way for everybody to hate my fucking guts. And wouldn't you know, it worked.
It's like, I thought I would have gotten away with it.
Under threat.
I was like, this, my mission to be hated is complete. I had a girl, 16-year-old, living in my place, and I fucked her. I was absolutely sure this one would get him. And boy, did it work.
Out of being left by my spouse if I said anything.
Kai would have bolted had he said anything. Interesting. That's probably bullshit.
In this scenario...
No, dude, hold on. Pause it.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day whenever he had that Billy chick in his house, Kai was going to bolt because he was fucking that Billy chick. That's what started all his problems.
Why wouldn't my wife be a little more understanding than me banging fantasy?
Honey, it's okay.
Sarah repeatedly said that nothing happened even when she was well into being 18. She said repeatedly that she was not groomed. She even said if anyone was groomed, it was us. And so I feel like because...
Yeah, and she said it like a soldier that got shot down in Iraq in 1991.
Because I know these texts are...
Turns out Sarah groomed them.
Yeah, that's what it is. The non-adult was completely in charge over there. She got you, Greg. Yeah, exactly. I thought the same thing. It's debunked because I made a video. What's the substance of that video?
Yeah, she was repeatedly pointing out that Kai had rejected her, like over and over and over again.
Anything?
And Sarah repeatedly said how badly she wanted to be with Kai in these texts. And Kai multiple times expressed to me that when he thought of being with Sarah, he felt like vomiting because it was such a uncomfortable situation.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
So I've been watching a lot of, let's say, interrogation videos lately. And whenever you explain yourself this way, you seem to be trying to hide something.
Oh, yeah. Well, you didn't really answer the question.
You give a short answer. You don't explain a full story.
I know a lot of people will be screaming that Keem should have kept him on that track, and maybe he should have, but this guy's so volatile, and he's incapable. It comes up again. It's like, what do you do? He's not going to answer it. He's not going to take responsibility. He's not going to say it's wrong.
This girl who's underage stays at your house. There's videos of you and your husband claiming that you are her guardian, or I think it was just your husband, not you. And then you slept with her after she turned 18. Do you see like how the internet would see this as grooming?
The problem is that everyone and
he's like a politician.
No answer.
No answer. Yeah, like he's gonna answer a question that Keem never asked.
All information points to this person
Joe
being
Biden
rejected even well into being 18.
So he's not saying he didn't groom her. He's saying he's not saying he didn't groom her. He's just saying that he didn't break the law.
I know that the other person, Sarah's mom, had signed a document saying...
Ask me a question. Any question.
How's the weather, Tommy?
You know, I was in the Army for 8 years, and I enjoyed my time.
How's the weather?
That's
though?
my answer. Well, I mean, it was a good time. You know, we got to do lots of things. Sometimes the weather was good. Some days it wasn't. Some days it rained. Some days it snowed. Some days it was very sunny. I mean, that's what he's doing.
Okay, so you groomed her. Okay.
Well, you know, it's like this. You know, I clean my boots every day. I went on a jog. I went to the DFAC, and then I showed up for work.
Jesus Christ.
Onision, I didn't fuck my Sarah. I didn't come on my Sarah. I didn't put my dick anywhere near it, Sarah. I've never done anything weird with my underage children. Thanks, Onision.
People are going to see it as creepy. You do understand that, right?
What I understand is a girl told us that her mom was beating
He's gonna turn it back on her.
her.
But this, what he gives.
I mean, he
is crazy.
literally admitted to sleeping with this girl not a month ago. You know?
Game's like, did you? So I'm not saying it's illegal, but a little bit after she turned 18, you had sex with her. He's like,
Yeah. I mean,
well, yeah. I mean, her mom was beating her and
it's-
stuff,
it's
dude.
not
What do
illegal.
I
It's
do?
not It's not illegal for me to hang around a high school graduation and sleep with a girl that's 18, but it's horrible. It's fucking horrible. And get that picture in your head. My fat ass. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing to do. It's a horrible thing to do. Keem is really on or off. When I watched it this morning, I was cranky. I didn't think he did a great job, but I don't see anything wrong with it whatsoever. Keemstar, you're on the air.
I was watching probably about 6 hours of content
Sure.
on YouTube prior to the interview just to get as much information as I possibly could. The sources of this information are just going into this 1,000% biased.
Yeah.
So there would be these scenarios where I'd be like, oh, I can get him on that. But then it's like, wait, there's no proof. It's just this commentator is saying he is guilty. He did this. But then when you look at it, they're not really talking about Onision. They're talking about Onision's husband that did it.
Husband.
So it's like I just kept getting this misinformation from all these Onision videos that are being made that weren't even accurately covering the story to begin with. And I got to try to like pinpoint him on something. So
What did she say? Blair White.
I had her review the full interview. I said, can you please watch this full interview and tell me where I'm fucking up on this interview,
What did she
right?
say?
And she said that she would, and then she just ghosted me like 3 days before and never got back to me. I don't even know if she watched the full interview, but I sent her the full interview 3 days before it came out.
You know, come to think of it, she's backed off from this story. I haven't heard her name since last year.
I had a guy tweeting at me the other day. Actually, it was yesterday. And he was like, Keemstar, you didn't do any research on this. Sarah was 14 years old when she was living with him. You're horrible, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, that's not true. She was 16. Like,
No.
It's just a constant wave of misinformation
The well has been
to make
poisoned.
Onision look as guilty as possible. It's just not true.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I did a video. I was feeling good about the investigation. And then I just keep on hearing FBI, which I honestly, I've said it several. I don't think the FBI is investigating him. I don't believe it.
Do you notice the giant wave that happened? Okay, so maybe it was like 3 months ago. Everyone's like, FBI investigating.
Yeah.
He's going to get arrested. And then all of a sudden, like maybe a month ago, 2 weeks ago, all of a sudden, all these videos came out like, I don't think Onision's going to get arrested. You know, everyone realized that the bubble is about to burst on this.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's trying to give themselves a cushion. So when the backlash comes that Onision's actually not guilty, they don't get hit with it. So everyone starts putting out these videos like, yeah, he's guilty, but I don't think there's enough for him to get arrested. And I think he's going to get away with it. Like, bro, no, you don't win. You don't get to say, I think he's going to get away with it. When you're out there saying that he's guilty, he's going to be arrested. The FBI is coming in. He's definitely a predator. He's definitely a pedo. You don't get to give yourself this giant cushion of saying, oh, well, I think he's just going to get away with it. No.
We haven't seen anything that proves grooming. And here's another thing. There's no law against grooming. There's law against sleeping with somebody underage, which both parties agree never happened. Case is over. That's it. Case is over.
If you want to make the case that Onision is creepy, you're right.
Yeah,
he's
there you
guilty. If you want to make a case that Onision's an asshole. He is fucking guilty. But if you want to make the case that he's broken any laws, no one on the internet can prove it.